February night at the Academy. Thoughts turn to championships, and we will have what has been a continuing quest to bring them all to you. First, wrestling, then cheerleading, and tonight, girls basketball. You'll have all the action live on game day. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. Congratulations to the Wyndham Whippets, who have already won the Division II championship here in the ECC, and now it's on to the Division I championship, the favorite New London High School Whalers and the Bacon Academy Bobcats.
They're up here in the catbird seat at the Academy, Casey, and, Bacon comes into this game red hot. They've got one loss in league play to this New London team earlier in the year, and New London has been the benchmark in the league, say, the last 5 or 6 years. Holly Misto not only eyeing an ECC championship, but possible return to the state championship as well.
Yeah, New London's been the favorite team all year long, wire to wire. Only one loss in state to that great Danbury team. But Bacon Academy has a coach who's won about 800,000 games on both sides of the mat.
788 to be exact, second all-time, only to Vito Montelli from St. Joe's. But I'll tell you right now, this guy's done it on both ends of the floor, on the boys' level, on the girls' level. A fistful of state championships. Coach Dave Shea is a legend in the coaching community.
Listen, you're big time when the gym is already named after you and you're not even retired yet. The Shea family is royalty for basketball in Colchester. This is a big deal for the people of Colchester. Bobcat faithful, very excited about tonight. I know firsthand. New London, on the other hand, old hat for them at this point. This would be what they're viewing as a stepping stone to the next step.
Yeah, and I had a chance to talk to both coaches before the game. Coach Dave Shea kind of downplayed it, says we're an M school, we're playing a double L school. Holly Misto's like, we're just trying to get something cooking, So both coaches downplaying it a little bit.
But neither team lacking for star power. So let's talk a little bit about the players to watch.
Sure thing, Casey. For Bacon, how about senior center Kelly Nudd? Kelly is averaging 17 points and 7 rebounds a game. Is the leader on the floor for head coach Dave Shea. Nudd is the school's leading scorer with more than 1,100 points and 600 rebounds. Headed to play Division II ball at Mercy College in New York, Kelly wants to go out in style and win an ECC championship. And for New London, how about Xavier Melendez, senior power forward, brings the toughness to this Whaler team. An impossible cover on the low block, X knows how to finish at the rim. A solid rebounder, tough defender, and a good passer make the senior one of the best players in the league. A true leader for her teammates as well.
That's a perfect segue to the fact that Xavier Melendez is a Colchester student. I mean, she's a New London student, but she was a resident of Colchester. Imagine this team, and I'm sure the Bacon Academy faithful are having dreams of what Nudd and Melendez could do together. But, of course, she attends the Science and Technology Magnet School. Her brother attends the Isaac Middle School in New London. But I know in Colchester they're thinking she's the one that got away.
That's revisionistic thinking, as you would say, the 1-2 punch and what if and should have. But I'll tell you what, Bacon has done a great job as far as nurturing, coaching, and, developing their players under Dave Shea. And look how X has done with Holly Misto at New London.
Well, you can't beat that. Both teams have achieved the success. Bacon's got a very tough draw in the state tournament. They're going to have to play Capital Prep, I believe, which is a really difficult draw. Capital Prep, of course, plays so many games out of state. They're hard to judge with state play. Of course, New London knocked them off early to start the year. New London, on the other hand, it's all about a state championship. If this team doesn't end up playing at Mohegan Sun, quite frankly, it's a disappointment.
I think that's the benchmark, and that's the benchmark that they've kind of made for themselves a little bit, Casey. One loss this year, for Holly Misto, and like you said, they're eyeing another return trip to the Mohegan Sun.
As always, we want to know, where are you watching tonight's game? All you have to do is reach out to us on social media at #GameDayCT, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and let us know. Send us a picture where you're watching tonight's game. We'll show them at halftime and in the Mr. G's post-game show. So, one other feature of tonight's game that we're going to add, while you make the long trek down at halftime, we're going to bring in Plainfield student Jake Irons, who is going to be our stat girl. I'm looking at ironclad stats.
It's good stuff. Yeah, Jake's on top of it. He's helped out on game day before. He will keep us up to speed as far as the stats go. Bacon people traveling tonight, Casey. Huge Colchester contingency over there in the right-hand corner at the field house here at the Academy, Alumni Hall.
And my the junior voice of game day just wants to find his math teacher. Her niece is Cassidy LaSaracina, who plays for Bacon. So he just wants to go find his math teacher. and make sure that his math grade is solid. As we go through the starting lineups, why don't you talk a little bit about the keys to tonight's game?
Sure thing, Casey. We'll start with New London. How about signature D? Whalers' bread and butter is toughness and defense. They will need it tonight against Bacon. Get it and go. Whalers could really click in transition when their running game is working. And take care of the rock. Young but extremely talented backcourt must learn how to value each possession and limit turnovers. And for Bacon, make it. Make shots. Bobcats will have to shoot a high percentage to come out on top. Own the boards. Control the glass on both ends of the floor. And last but not least, how about look to the bench? Head coach Dave Shea is one of the most successful high school coaches in the state. Trust in your coach and go after the championship.
Well, we are moments away from the tip-off here at Norwich Free Academy. The number 1 ranked in the conference New London High School Whalers versus the number 3 ranked Bacon Academy Bobcats. And I think a little bit of a surprise in the semifinals. I think a lot of people thought Stonington was going to be the team to get here. They had been playing very good basketball, but Bacon Academy stood toe-to-toe with them and played almost a perfect semifinal game to get them here. Hit a lot of free throws down the stretch. They're starting to incorporate some younger players. So at this time, we will take a moment and bring you our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a digital or print subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe.
Talk about the young backcourt for the New London Whalers and, and Bland Fitzpatrick and Burns and just some different, young kids in there in the mix all season long. In the front court, they're seniors, Ty Pagan and Ex Melendez. A good mix of youth and experience out there for head coach Holly Misto.
Yeah, they're going to throw the veteran front court and the maturing backcourt all at you at the same time. They're going to be, they're going to press, they're going to pressure, and they're going to use the high-low of Pagan and Melendez to sort of force the hand of Bacon. So here we go, underway. Burns with the basketball for the Whalers as they have the first possession of the game. The word is out on New London. They're going to play a 2-3 zone as Bacon. And the turnover there as Nudd comes up with it in the other direction will go Bacon. A little sloppy, and that's going to go into the backcourt. And it'll be a turnover as Anderson couldn't get to the basketball quickly enough. And New London will have possession. Ever since Danbury, teams know that zone is the way to go against New London.
Too athletic and too quick to guard man-on-man. All 5 players can break it down off the dribble, pack it in, play zone. Like I said, take away that high-low, make that entry pass very tough for the guards for New London.
Now, you know Burns can shoot it. They'll try to overload the zone, though. They love to work it inside. There it goes inside to Melendez. She seals off Nud. Can't finish, but Bland Fitzpatrick goes up. She can't finish. Tipped around. And out of the pack with it come the Bobcats. Anderson. And we get another turnover as referee Walt Blanker says it's going the other way. It'll be Whaler ball.
Dave Shea says, relax over there. Relax. Patience. Little jitters out there, maybe. Championship game. Ticket on the Whalers.
I like the look that Melendez had last time down. There's a good look from Pagan. She drives. She can't finish. Gets her own rebound. Throws it back up and is fouled. And we'll get the first foul of the game. That's going to be on Taylor Rochette. And it's going to put Ty Pagan at the line to shoot 2.
Step in on the baseline for Pagan. Try to get a little space, Casey. She had a point-blank layup. She couldn't convert. But she finds herself at the line shooting 2. Those are the kind of shots that the Whalers want. They want the layups. Like I said, they want Melendez at the rim. They want Pagan on the baseline. They want to do some dirty work in the paint.
Both of them good for Pagan, and the Whalers will put a little man pressure on here. Nud breaks the pressure. 3 ball from the side is good. Caitlin Shea knocks it down.
A little royalty in the blood there, huh?
Absolutely.
Caitlin Shea.
Only a sophomore, but she can shoot it. Skip pass. Burns, floater, knocks it down.
I like that look that time by Burns. No hesitation, and the sophomore guards pull up for 2.
Good on-ball pressure by Roman.
And the London's going to play straight up, man-to-man defense. They have the athletes to do it. Good, solid, like you said, solid ball pressure.
Skip pass, Shea, baseline jumper, no good. Melendez quickly outlets off the rebound to Burns, and the Whalers will run. Burns pull up 12-footer, bang. Jaden Burns. Good matchup defensively as your 2 players of the game to watch. Melendez is guarding Nud. There's a cheap one right there on Melendez as she reached in near half court.
Yeah, 45 feet from the basket. Not a good one. Little nickel dimer on the outside. Good matchup there. Kelly Nud, 1,100 points in her career, 4th all-time leading scorer at Bacon Academy, 600 career rebounds. It's impressive.
That's a lot of good work that you put in there. You got to play a lot to get those numbers too, which means she was, talented at a young age. There's a steal by Burns, going in the other direction, hangs in the air, can't finish, and it'll be knocked out of bounds by Roman. Good defense by Anderson after she turned it over. She stayed home and forced the missed shot from Burns.
But the sophomores come to play, though. You saw a couple of jump shots, a little steal, a little thievery. Couldn't finish on the layup, but bright lights, big stage, no problem for Jaden Burns.
Nice cut and a block from Bland Fitzpatrick on La Saracena. La Sarah, see you later, said Fitzpatrick on that one. We're going to get a little quick timeout. That's a lot of good coach. Listen, you got father-son with the Shays.
Yeah.
You've got a Parker and a Misto on the other side. There's a lot of wins down there.
It's a lot of knowledge.
That's
a lot of knowledge.
Do you think Coach Parker ever dares tell his wife his thoughts on how they should be running something for the girls' team?
Absolutely not.
That's good.
Absolutely not.
Husband,
I think he tries
husband
to.
trumps coach, you think?
Should tune him out pretty quick.
Saw him tonight coming in to
Oh,
support
he's
Whalers.
here? He's not watching at home?
No, so you can't call him the Grinch.
Chop is here. Chop Parker. I'll say hi to him.
His Whalers playing pretty good basketball.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see what they do in the
They play
upcoming
Fitch
tournament.
on Thursday.
Your darlings.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out. La Saracena will inbound. Up top it goes. Now Nud will control.
Weave offense.
Inside, little hook shot blocked by Pagan.
It's good help by Pagan. Casey, sorry about that. Coming up the weak side, and with a great block that time on Nud. Ty Pagan moving defensively without the basketball.
Yeah, a little cheap one on La Saracena on the reach. Stopped the break from happening, though, which is an important part of playing against New London, is you can't let them get out in transition because they will beat you up and down the floor, and then they just hit the glass. That's the key to beating New London. Don't let them run.
And you
box
have to
out.
own the boards.
Yeah, you just got to box out. No third shots. Burns misfires on a three-pointer, and there's a good box out that time by Rochette, and it'll be Bobcat ball. Anderson, the senior guard, brings it up for the Bobcats. Nice ball movement by Bacon.
Bit of a zone look here for the Whalers.
Baseline shot, no good. Melendez rebounds, quickly gets it to Burns. Up ahead it goes to Roman. Pull-up jumper, no good. Bland Fitzpatrick can't control, however, and it'll go back to the Bobcats.
Boy, she's a little raw and a little green, but she is athletic. Goes up and gets it. Just got to corral some of that energy, refine her basketball skills. She is going to be fantastic the next 3 years.
I agree. Future's bright for the Whalers in terms of the freshman class.
Oh, sophomore with Burns as well.
Yep, both the boys and the girls. A lot of youth there. Nudd drives all the way to the basket over the top of Pagan. And a beautiful outlet pass from Melendez to Bland Fitzpatrick, but she can't make the layup. Gets her own rebound, misses the second one. Gets her own rebound, and she'll go to the line. 3 cracks at it for Bland Fitzpatrick.
All right, she has got a motor. She would not be denied that time. Casey got to convert those layups, so the young freshman, 2 point-blank shots at the rim. Kept working, finds herself at the free throw line for 2.
She is off in the early going here with her shot. She has not found the inside of the basket. She's missed just about every spot on the rim.
A little over 4 minutes going here in the first quarter. No substitutions yet.
Gets one to go. 4-point lead, and now the Whalers will put a little soft pressure on. There's a loose ball on the floor. Burns comes out of the pack with it. She's going to go all the way to the basket. Now, late pass. She tried to find Spencer Roman, and it goes off of Burns, and it'll be Bobcat ball. Very sloppy.
Too late. You got to recognize. You got to recognize Romans in front of the pack.
Yeah, head
Deliver
up.
that basketball just a split second earlier.
La Saracena in no man's land right now. Gives it up to Shea.
New London defense pushing that Bacon offense way out.
La Saracena with the left hand all the way to the basket. High over the top of Pagan. Beautiful move from Cassidy La Saracena. Inside Melendez. They quickly converge, but we're going to get a hold. Coach Shea doesn't know where that one's coming from.
Which one? His son or father?
Yeah, father.
Father and son duo over there.
That calls on Anderson.
That's a lot of coaching over there. I'm
Anderson
glad I'm up here, Case.
Anderson went over to the official, and I thought that was good, though. She said, what'd I do? There's a little quick inbounds pass and knocks it down by Melendez. X for 2.
John Shea with an ECC championship a few years ago with the Bacon boys.
Nudd goes to the basket, knocks it down, and the foul on Pagan. Strong move from Kelly Nudd.
17 points a game this year, 7 rebounds. The heart and soul for this Bacon team.
Free throw up and good. And just like that, a 1-point game. Sloppy New London here in the early going. Inside, Melendez can't hold on, and another turnover by the Whalers.
Again, that pass is behind Melendez, where she's got to reach back and get it. That ball's going to be up high where she can catch it.
First 2 substitutions of the game as Victoria Violet comes into the game for Bacon, and Deja Uzzle comes into the game for the Whalers. There's a 3 ball, no good off of Nudd's fingertips. Up ahead, Whalers looking to run. Roman tries to zip it inside to Pagan. It's tipped by a Bobcat. It'll stay Whaler basketball.
I think the pace and the tempo right now favors Bacon. 9-8.
Melendez pulls up, short, tipped, and Roman comes out of the pack with it, and the Whalers will reset. It's just so hard to keep them off the boards. Roman for three, no good. Uzzle with the rebound.
That guards rebounds so well.
Burns drives, hangs, and scores. Jaden Burns with a strong move to the basket.
Euro step. 6 points for the sophomore.
There's a steal. Oh, almost knocked it back, however, to Violet. Anderson now has swings. Shea for three. No good. LaSaracina with the rebound, however, for the Bobcats. We're going to get a walk on LaSaracina. That's too bad. She had a cutting Violet, but couldn't stay under control.
Bacon patient, pack it in that zone defense, Casey. Entry passes will be important. There you go, one's kicked away. I want to keep the ball out of that high-low with Melendez and Pagan.
Rochette checks back into the ball game, and she'll give LaSaracina a breather.
It'd be safe to say that Bacon would give New London that three-point shot all night.
Yes, you'd be crazy not to.
Yeah.
But then you got to box out. That's the key.
Yeah,
You gotta
long
keep 'em off
shots,
the boards.
long rebounds, and their guards can go get it.
And they do. Oh, beautiful steal by Violet. Up ahead, fast break. Layup no good. And I think it went off of Nudd's foot, out of bounds. Missed opportunity there.
Anderson had a point-blank shot, Casey, right there. You got to convert at the rim. Senior. Unlike her.
Uzzle now swings to Roman. Melendez, Pagan puts it on the floor, and Shea picks it off, and we're going to get a foul on Ty Pagan. That's going to be her second.
And there's going to be a lot of hands going after the basketballs. As soon as that ball goes into either Pagan or Melendez, the defense swarms to them. They'll give you the kick out. You want to throw it up to the outside, get a three-point shot off, go ahead.
Yeah.
But we're not going to let your big people beat us.
Yeah, you can't put the ball on the floor there if you're
No.
Pagan. Turn and shoot the basketball. She has a beautiful touch around the basket. Shea picks up her dribble, and Nudd will bail her out. Now they trap Nudd. She tried to go cross court. Burns picks it off. 2-on-1, and she's going to be fouled from behind by Violet. But give the sophomore Violet credit. She busted herself down the court to catch up with Burns.
Yeah, Burns is working right now. She's got 6 points. She's carrying her team on both ends of the floor. The energy, the up and down, the ability to knock down a mid-range jump shot. So, and if your seniors are struggling up front, like you said, let the young folks pick you up in the backcourt. That's what Jaden Burns is doing right now.
First one is good.
Sure, Dad's here tonight, right? Johnny Burns, probably floating around
He's
somewhere.
lurking, I'm sure. Good crowd here tonight for this championship game of the girls basketball in the ECC. As we said, there's a rebound. Pagan off the missed free throw. Burns. Uzzle. Burns drives, splits defenders. Beautiful move, Jaden Burns. As we said earlier, congratulations to the Wyndham Whippets for their victory over Montville in the Division II ECC championship game. Up top now, Nudd drives to the basket all the way, uncontested, and finishes. Right at the buzzer, Kelly Nudd. We're at the end of one, 14-10 New London. Join us on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
Speaking of the aforementioned Craig Parker, he is there rooting on his.
Is he in a good mood? His chop look like is he in a good mood?
That's his happy face right there.
That is his happy face.
I mean,
yeah.
if he got any happier than that, he might burst. Look, he's
He's
right
smiling.
there.
He knows.
He knows we're talking about
Sports
him.
doctor's giving him some love.
And
Chop, how are you?
Right in front of him
Thursday
is
night.
Dom Lombardo, the president of, or the head coach of Colchester Youth Football. That's AJ's football coach right there. His son Brevin right there in front. Future quarterback of Bacon Academy standing up right there,
See,
Brevin Gonzalez.
He looked aggravated when he was checking his cell phone, too. I love it.
4-point lead here for New London. Big basket by Nudd right at the buzzer. There's another pickoff by Burns. She goes to the left side, left hand, and she's going to draw the foul on Anderson. Jaden Burns has been a menace tonight for New London. She's got about 5 steals already.
Yeah, she has 5, but a half dozen steals, 9 points, and she's jumping passing lanes. And you talked about the turnovers and not letting this team get out on a break. Well, there you see right there. And she is the motor right now for this New London team.
First one is up and true. And we're going to see a freshman check into the ball game for the Bobcats. That's Valerie Lutzy, the guard. So freshman on both sides right now. As Bland Fitzpatrick and Lutzy both in the ball game. No good, but speaking of Bland Fitzpatrick, she tracks down the missed free throw.
Oh, so good, so fast. Track down basketballs. You got to account for bodies out there in the defensive glass if you're Bacon.
Swinging around.
Trying to crack that zone, find the entry pass.
And Burns buries a 3 on cue.
There's one way to crack it.
Pressure, no man's land. And we're going to get a travel on Violette. She was in trouble as it was. And the Whalers right now with their biggest lead of the game at 8 and a chance to turn this into double digits in a hurry. Melendez, quick trigger, no good. Look at Bland Fitzpatrick go up high for the rebound. I think Bland Fitzpatrick might be the leading rebounder on a team full of great big people.
Burns attracting a crowd now in the perimeter.
Good hands by La Saracena. Nudd comes the other way. In the corner it goes. La Saracena for 3. No good. Pagan with the rebound. Burns up ahead. Spencer Roman knocks it down. Roman running the floor. Full court pressure. La Saracena's in trouble. Ball's tipped. Melendez with a steal. But she's going to walk with it before she tried to make the pass. Good defense by Lutzy.
Pressure right now, getting to Bacon a little bit. Tough place to pick up a dribble in there in the corner. Sideline acts as an extra defender. Tough right now. New London's playing well. Defensive intensity's picked up a lot for the Whalers.
Bacon's got to try to find a way to isolate Nudd out again. She beat Melendez off the dribble a couple times. You know, I think that's the way to go. Now they're going to post her up against Roman. Spins. Beautiful look, though, by Nudd. Can't get it to go down. I like that, though. Up ahead it goes. Bland Fitzpatrick finishes on a beautiful look from Burns. And a timeout from the Shays.
The leak out, the run out off the miss. One pass up the court, and the freshman, Bland Fitzpatrick, delivers Casey. That is signature Whaler basketball.
The New London High School cheerleaders, they were competing on Saturday. We got a chance to see, and congratulations to NFA, Waterford, and Plainfield, our Division 1, 2, and 3 winners in the ECC cheerleading competition. If you haven't watched the beautiful routines of all of the participants in the ECC cheerleading competition, as always, you can go to theday.com or to Facebook, Game Day Connecticut Sports. They're all there for you to watch. And what a day of competing it was at Waterford High School. And now we're
Fun day, championship weekend, 3 weekends in a row with the wrestling, the cheerleading, and then the semifinals.
Yeah,
Saturday.
now comes all basketball all the time. Semifinals for the boys Saturday, and then Mohegan Sun on Tuesday as basketball takes center stage. Nudd, they switch over, they put Roman on her, and it's tipped out of bounds by Melendez. So they
And again,
switched up.
yeah, I mean, he's switching off. But again, the hands on the passing lanes for New London, active, whether it's Melendez, Burns, Bland Fitzpatrick, no pass is being uncontested right now for Bacon.
There's a mismatch up top as LaSaracina had Pagan guarding her. Now a little high weave action for the Bobcats.
Bacon trying to create some open cutters going to the rim.
Bobcat 3 off the side of the rim from Rochette. But a nice rebound by Shea up to Nudd. Nudd drives. And she's going to get a foul on Bland Fitzpatrick, and she'll shoot 2. Strong move. I like when Kelly Nudd goes to the basket.
Head of steam, and I'm going to get to the rim. Plain and simple.
Yeah, she's very, very strong and very aggressive getting to the basket. That's been their best offense so far, is when she attacks. Very good free throw shooter as well. One more for Kelly Nudd.
78% from the line this year. How's that for high school free throw shooting? Fantastic.
Oh, and she gets an unfortunate bounce there on the second one. 11-point Whaler lead. Oh, Pagan, quick move baseline, and she's going to draw the foul. So quick. She caught it down there and was gone in an instant. Beautiful first step from Ty Pagan.
Yeah, one step. One step to the rim, going to make something happen.
She'll shoot 2. First one is good, and we'll see Uzzle back into the ball game for the Whalers. She'll give Spencer Roman a break.
Should Ty Pagan win a state championship as a sophomore, is that correct?
Yes.
So 2 years ago?
Yes. With her.
Her sister, yes, right.
And, of course, a great team that was. India Pagan, her older sister. Five minutes remaining here, 13-point Whaler lead. Bacon needs a basket. Baseline, jumper, no good, back iron, and knocked out of bounds by Uzzle. It was a good look from Rochette, but she just couldn't get it to fall.
Uzzle and Shea battling out for the rebound. Uzzle knocks it out of bounds. See if Bacon converts. Second chance scoring opportunity here, Case.
They'll go up top to Shea.
Find a way to manufacture some points. Only 11 points through almost a quarter and a half right now.
And Saracina up top now for Bacon. Goes with the left hand. Hangs, throws up a wild shot. Knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay Bobcat ball. Wild shot from LaSaracina that time. I think she found herself a little bit out of position there and just had to kind of hoist. Little stack from the Bobcats. Nothing there, so they'll go up top and reset. LaSaracina was open underneath. They didn't see her.
Little 15-3 run here by the Whalers. They're up 9-8, 24-11 right now, so create a little space.
Lutzy back into the ball game. She'll replace LaSaracina. I think, defensively, I think Bacon's done a nice job. They haven't given up a lot of sets offensively. It's been mostly in transition. And second opportunities.
And a lot of Jaden Burns.
Uzzle for 3. No good, side of the rim. Tipped out of the pack comes Lutzy. 2-on-1, and look at the quick hands of Burns. Anticipation. All the way to the basket. Can't finish. Tipped. Saved. Melendez has it. She goes up and finishes it.
Oh, X-deliver, and Bland Fitzpatrick kept it alive, Casey. Tapped it back to her teammate, and she did the rest.
Block on the other end by Bland Fitzpatrick, and it's tipped off of Bacon, and it'll be Whaler basketball. 15-point lead, everything going right now for the Whalers. Bacon's going to switch to a little man now. See what New London comes up with. They go right into the high post to Pagan. Good hands from behind. forces the jump ball. New London a little out of sorts that time offensively as Bacon went to man.
You know, when the big thing that stands out right now, too, Casey, Bacon Academy is 10 turnovers thus far in the game. Talked about taking care of the basketball, taking care of the rock. 10 turnovers in the first half.
Roman inbounds, up high it goes to Bland Fitzpatrick. Now Burns will set for the Whalers. Roman steps in, misfires. Good box out by Lutzy. Now Nudd will push. Swinging around the perimeter. In the corner, Lutzy. She drives with the right hand. Swings it into the corner. Ball loose on the floor now. Bland Fitzpatrick comes up with it. Up top it goes. Burns, a little sloppy, but the Whalers have the basketball, and Burns will set the offense. There's a good look inside. Melendez inside, can't get it to follow, can't get it to finish rather, and Nudd grabs the rebound. Lutzy swings up top in the corner. Jumper, no good, back iron, strong rebound. Shea tracked it down.
You know, the extra pass, find the open shooter on the perimeter, make some shots. That's how Bacon's going to get back in this game.
New London trying to turn up the defensive pressure. Straight away, three is good from Nudd. Buries it from the top of the key. Kelly Nudd trying to do something to keep the Bobcats in it.
Gonna make some shots, good clean look. Top of the circle. Good shot right there.
Ty Pagan's gonna take a seat and get her first break of the evening. So you've got Uzzle, Burns, Bland Fitzpatrick, Melendez, and Spencer Roman.
And we talk about turnovers too, Casey. Turnovers take you out of any kind of offensive rhythm whatsoever as well.
New London looking a little out of sorts here. Bacon running multiple defenses at him. Bland Fitzpatrick drives. Left-handed runner is good. A strong move by Bland Fitzpatrick. Minute and a half, 14-point Whaler lead. Oh, Burns tried to get the steal again. A little slow that time, and instead, Rochette buries it. Nice job. And then as soon as she saw that Burns jumped the route and missed, stepped in, knocked it down.
Yeah, back-to-back clean looks for Bacon and back-to-back jump shots. That's what they need more of that. Hit a three-pointer, hit a 12-footer. Let's get a stop. Let's come back and do it again. Listen, they're going to have to find a way to keep New London off the glass and get some stops on the defensive end.
Nudd that time, and Nudd's playing a just all-around fantastic ball game so far. Knocks it out of bounds. Whalers will go with the inbound.
Nudd has 9 points for the Bobcats, leading the way. Like I said, a little bit of everything out there.
Minute remaining here in the first half. Uzzle swings. Inside it goes. Melendez. 10-footer is good. X marks the spot, and she buries it.
Tough to guard that. Catch it, 6 feet, turn around, and knock it down.
Bacon trying to get another clean look. They've had back-to-back good ones. They need one more. Trying to run something for Nudd. We're going to get a travel with 32 seconds remaining. Whalers with 32 seconds and a 14-point lead. We're going to get LaSaracina back into the ball game. She's going to replace Violette. See if New London looks like they want to just take the last shot. They have a 14-point lead. They'll go into the half up no fewer than 14 if they have it their way. Bacon content letting the clock tick down to about 15, and now the Whalers will start their offensive set. Uzzle. Burns inside. There's a turnover. Shea comes away with it. 3 seconds. And we're going to get a foul, a blocking foul. Coach Misto wants the elbow. She said that Shea had the elbow up, but instead, we're going to get the foul on Melendez. Irate Holly Misto, as she believes Shea had the high left elbow. So Bacon will have one more shot here with 2 seconds. And we're going to get a foul on Spencer Roman. Holly Misto is hot. And we're going to get a substitution into the ball game. Olivia Yard will check in for New London. She's going to get Burns out of this. But nope, she's going to get Bland Fitzpatrick. 2.1 seconds remaining here in the half. La Saracena will inbound. And it goes to Nudd. At the buzzer, Nudd throws it up. Oh, off the back iron. Backboard, back iron, no good. We are at halftime. A 30-16 New London lead at the half. And the sports doctor will have New London head coach Holly Misto in a moment as the teams head to their respective locker rooms. Let's find out what Coach Misto thought of the first half of her Whalers. Sports doctor.
Well, Coach, you guys had a 9-8 lead at one point. Now you're heading to the locker room up 14. How were you able to build that lead?
You know, I just think we were aggressive on defense, got into some passing lanes, got it hit on the fast break a little bit. Right now we need to do a little bit better job rebounding. We went over in practice. They're going to take those long threes. We have to go box out. Some of the kids are still turning, looking at the basket. We can't give up offensive rebounds.
All right, now how do you keep their shooters from getting clean looks? You had a 3 down the stretch, 12-footer in the wing.
You know, they're a good team, and they're running through their offensive sets, and we got to do a little better jumping to the ball and bumping the cutters. And we're not doing that right now. We're getting caught up in chasing people, and we don't need to be doing that.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. We are at halftime here at Norwich Free Academy, 30-16, New London on top. And we're going to come back with some statistics and some halftime thoughts. On the other side, you're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
We're back at NFA. We wanted to know, where are you watching tonight's game? Send us a picture at #GameDayCT. And at the Mr. G's post-game show, we'll put up your pictures and show everybody where you were watching tonight's game. Sports Doctor's got maybe the winningest coach in the building. Although that with Dave Shea there, it's a competition. Sports Doctor, the great Bill Scarlatta.
Stepping down this week is a man who really needs no introduction. He is, I guess, former NFA girls basketball coach Bill Scarlatta. Scar, 40 years in the business, 27 as a head coach. How did you know that this was the time to step down?
I knew it when it gets to be a hassle coming into practice every day and you had to get up and I just lost some of it, so I knew it was time to go.
9 trips to the state finals, 7 state championships. I know it's going to take a little while for you to reflect on some of the things that you've done here. Talk about some of the players that you've had throughout the course of 27 years as a head coach that made not only you, but this program is extremely successful.
We take up all the halftime to do this. I mean, it started with Heather Rubin and Marcy Glennie coming in and they were freshmen, and they brought us our first 2 state championships. And then I had Sayona Chapman, who was a Gatorade Player of the Year, followed the next year by probably the best player we've ever had here, Krista Rappahan, who went out to Stanford as Gatorade Player of the Year. And then we had Castine Evans and Haley Conley and Mackenzie Burke. We've had lots of good players, and that's why we've been successful.
Once you started that level of success and once the kids kind of bought in and it became a program, was it easier Did the kids not want to, let expectations down here at the academy? Did they feed off of past success?
They did for a while. Over the last 5 or 7 years, it got, those were distant memories, and the kids that I have now really weren't around to watch us play back then, so they had no idea how hard it took those teams to win.
Was there a game, Bill, that stands out to you? Maybe a state championship game or a rivalry game on the road or something that happened here that stands out? I know there's so many of them, but is there a couple that you hold dear to your heart?
There was a couple. I think it was a semifinal triple overtime game against Newington. That was just a fantastic game. Probably one of the state championships. My father passed away right after the semifinal game, and Tom Perry came in and coached for me for the week, and then the funeral was the same day as the state finals, and I was able to make it up and coach in that, and we beat Massac in that one, so that was kind of memorable.
A little extra special maybe in memory of your dad. What about the academy? What has it meant to be here, to coach here, to work with the, not only the kids but the administrators as well?
Well, it's been a pleasure, and I've been around here even longer. I mean, I student taught here back in '73, and I started teaching in '74.
Yeah, I was born in '69, so that's a long time.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed my time here. I still think this is a great place to work. It's got great academics here, and I've always been very fun. My daughters went here and had a very successful career here, and went on to do nice things. So
I got to ask you this: is there anybody in line for a replacement?
Not that I know of. I know the girl Lauren Beela, who's my assistant coach this year, will probably be applying, but other than that, I have no idea.
Well, whoever it is going to have some really, really big shoes to fill. So, I mean, from myself and watching high school sports and everything, congratulations. This has been a fabulous career and a fabulous lifetime given back to youth sports. You should be very proud of yourself.
Well, it's been fun, and I enjoyed everyone I worked with, the kids and the assistant coaches and the administration. They made it a lot easier.
I always said, outside of Gino or Emma, nobody has got more rings in women's and girls basketball than Bill Scarlatta. Coach, good luck to you and whatever you do down the road.
Thank you very much.
Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. I'll tell you, over the years, there have been some staples. We mentioned Chop Parker earlier, things that are just not going to be the same, but the honesty of Coach Scarlatta, who says, well, when it's a hassle coming to practice, it's time to go. I think that sums it up pretty well. He will be missed. So we asked you, where are you watching tonight's ball game? And you were kind enough to send in some pictures. Sean Johnson said he's supporting my ladies from Ashford, Connecticut. Oh, Sean, someday people are going to bring that picture up and show it to you. We don't just watch the boys in this house. Keeping the streak alive. I love it. Team Gal. I love it. Team Gal, they are our biggest fans. So we're going to bring in Ironclad Sports highlight reel. We're going to talk a little stats. Jake Irons, a Plainfield Panther, a proud Plainfield Panther, I might add.
True.
Talk a little bit about some of the stats you compiled there in the first half.
So, guys, a big leader for New London is number 2, Jaden Burns. Like, Coach Shea really wanted to – it seemed like he really wanted to keep the perimeter and wanted to shoot around, wanted to make them shoot from the outside. And so he's done that. Burns has 9 points. And down low, Pagan's only got 4. The X Factor's only got 6. So the big scorer is Burns. So he's done his job of keeping the ball out from down low and keep trying to make them shoot the long ball.
So only 10 combined points from the front line, accomplishing what you think you'd want to accomplish, but then you got Burns out there knocking down shots.
Yeah.
What's going right for Bacon Academy?
Bacon Academy, it's Nud. Number 32, Nud, it has been everywhere. She's been draining the 3 ball as the big man and also down low. She's been basically their offense right now. Let's see if Coach Shea got something into him at half trying to say, can we evenly distribute the ball so that they're not putting pressure on Nud.
So Bacon's got 16 points. What does Nud have of their 16?
9.
9 of the 16, so more than half the points for them. So we were there Saturday at Waterford High School during the cheerleading championships, and of course the Plainfield Panthers took home the Division III championships. Has that filtered into Plainfield High School? Is that a big deal?
It was definitely a big deal. I had the privilege of being the official scorekeeper for the girls' semifinals tournament, and they came in screaming, yelling. Coach LaRue still had tears on her eyes, and her and her daughter, Ashley LaRue, who's on the team, which you featured, were still hugging as they came into the building. It was such an emotional time. It's been a long time since we've seen some cheerleading respect from the ECC, so it was a great big win for all of the Panthers.
Yeah, it kind of buffered a tough weekend of basketball. Both the girls and the boys losing tough games in the tournament. So little cheerleading championship to brighten the mood there at Plainfield. What's upcoming for the girls in the state tournament?
Girls state tournament, we're going to look good. We had a tough loss to Montville on Saturday, and Coach John Laurent said, we got to make states. He made states. As a first-year coach here, he really wants to, all right, if the ECC wasn't our game, then let's go make states our tournament game. And he was really focusing on that. He gave them the weekend off, and when I talked to him yesterday, he's like, I'm ready to go.
All right, well, we're going to keep an eye on the Plainfield Panthers. All right, we'll bring the sports doctor back in. As far as I can tell, did you leave? Did you go anywhere, sports doctor? Were you not? I got my ironclad stats at halftime.
I tell you what, I mean, you talk about a guy who has done everything in high school sports, Bill Scarlata. 40 years. Tremendous spot. He was great.
I was
yeah,
three.
I know. 73 or whatever it was. Jeez.
Well, I said on the air, when you say it's a hassle to go to practice, time to get out.
Well, I didn't ask him about the bus rides. I should have asked him about that. Probably would have grimaced at me a little bit.
Interesting stat that Jake brought up. You saw Bacon Academy making a concerted effort to pack it in.
Yeah.
Well, they've done a great job. Only 10 points from Pagan and Melendez. It's been Burns that's been killing them.
Yeah. She's had a great game. Both ends of the floor. Jake, like I said, you mentioned maybe a half dozen steals or so, double digits in scoring. Just a little bit. I'm sorry, Casey. Just a little bit of everything up there for the sophomore.
And on the other side of things, Nudd's got 9 of their 16 points, and really there's been their only offensive threat.
They've had a hard time getting looks, so that's their biggest thing. How do you free up some of the shooters? Shea knocked down a three-pointer early. See back cuts, extra passes, but New London, they go out and get it on a defensive end so well.
See what Bacon can do on their first offensive possession. La Saracena in the corner now. There's Nudd for 3. Good. Kelly Nudd drains the triple to start the second half for the Bobcats.
Well, there you go. The drive and the kick, find the shooter on the perimeter, and knock down shots.
And that bodes well for her future. She could go to D2 Mercy.
D2 Mercy, yeah.
Yeah, she can knock that 3 ball down. She's not just a post player. Burns dumps it down baseline. Pagan puts it on the floor. Spins, fall away, no good. Nudd with a rebound. And she'll push it up the floor. Look at Kelly Nudd doing a little bit of everything for the Bobcats.
A little shake and bake out there. Listen, senior wants to win a championship, Casey.
Up top it goes again. Now they swing it to Shea. And back up top, La Saracena. Very deliberate now. Bacon got to just chip away.
Yeah, a little double down screen. That time Burns jumps the passing route. And you can't be lazy when you're passing out there with Jaden Burns.
In the corner it goes. La Saracena from the baseline. Short. Strong rebound Melendez. She outlets to Burns.
These guards, Bland, Fitzpatrick, and Burns, they will jump lazy passes.
Quick move by Melendez. Basket is good. And she'll draw the foul. So quick, Melendez. Just like that, you start to chip away a little bit. You knock a 3 down. Quick baskets on the other end.
Yeah, you mentioned that too. Just quick with the ball. No messing around. No putting the ball on the floor. Her and Pagan both know how to score with the basketball at the paint.
So quick with that first step. They get the ball. They don't hesitate. They get it and they go. Oh, and big mistake that time. Shea had it. She thought it was tipped out off of her hands by Spencer Roman, but they're going to say that she just lost it, and the turnover will give the Whalers the basketball. Inside, Melendez, 15-footer, no good. What a great closeout by Rochette. Pushes it up the other direction now. Anderson has it for the Bobcats. 3 ball from Rochette is good. 23 for 3. Quickly inside, Pagan, and draws the foul. How quick in transition were the Whalers?
Just like that. 2 passes up the court off a make. Off a 3-point make. Right up the sidelines. Holly Misto, she was a little hot at halftime.
Yeah, she was
steaming.
She had to calm herself down. She gave you the wait a
She
second.
told me,
Sports
yeah.
Doctor.
She put me on ice.
She had to get a drink of water. She was a little
shaken down there.
Well, she didn't like what she thought were back-to-back fouls against
Blatant.
New London.
Yeah, she said blatant. And,
that she thought were pretty clearly physical plays in the other direction. So, and she doesn't get worked up that. I mean, she gets emotional, but you don't see her angry like that very often. Now here's some full court pressure by the Whalers. Up top, Saracina. Oh, they had Nudd on the cut. She ran into another Whaler, and now on the other way, Burns comes. Oh, a little crossover step. I love that move, but she's going to go off her foot. Turnover. Bobcat basketball. Full court pressure here from the Whalers. Saracina pushes it up ahead for Bacon.
That was a pass or if that was a shot?
That was a pass that got a little away from her.
Caitlin Shea trying to throw in the alley-oop.
And we're going to get Lutzy back in the ball game to replace Shea.
To Nudd.
So, the guru of high school sports, the former Mr. Everything at New London and Waterford, James O'Neill, has chimed in.
Sure he has.
And says what a great game plan Dave Shea has put together, and we happen to agree.
Yeah.
Danbury earlier this year packed it in against New London and gave him fits.
His second half, yeah, it was tremendous.
And I think the word is out. The problem is you get down and it's tough to, as you see here, New London's just going to take the air out of the ball. Sorry, Norwalk, not Danbury. Aren't those the same place?
Close to it.
Little southeastern Connecticut bias here from, Norwalk.
Holly Misto's, wow, she is going to hold the basketball and force Bacon to come out and play him.
Hey, you got an 11-point lead.
And this is why I am begging for a shot clock in the state of Connecticut. And I'm not the only one.
If the Whalers weren't popular before, they're certainly not going to get more popular now. There comes Mann. Nice job, Saracina hounding Burns, and she almost caused the turnover. On the floor, Melendez. And there's a jump ball, and the Bacon crowd is loving it. Cassidy Saracina.
Holly Misto on the floor.
Has the Bacon crowd fired up.
Give me something. Give me 35 seconds. Can you give me 35 on the clock? Can you give me 30?
If I were in charge, I would, just for you, Sports Doctor. I would give you a shot clock. And the Whalers, once again, are going to take the air out of it.
Four corners.
And now the Bobcats will come out. Lutzy inside Pagan now. Dumps it into Melendez. Spin move, right hand is good. Beautiful move on the block by ex-Melendez.
Holly Misto says, take that.
And a traveling call on Bridget Anderson. Whalers up 13. Now we'll have the basketball underneath. Roman will inbound. High screen, so Bland Fitzpatrick comes off of it, and instead she'll go up top to Burns. And once again,
Holly says,
they'll
pull
take
it
the air out.
Take the air out of the basketball. I love and hate this at the same time.
I understand.
Yes.
As a broadcaster, this is slow, agonizing
Well,
death.
as a fan of the game, too, I want to see action. I just...
Well, as a broadcaster, this is slow, agonizing death right now. But why wouldn't you do it if you're Holly Misto? You got a 13-point lead. They're packing you in. They got to come to you. You're playing big chip poker right now. Make them play man. That's not what Bacon wants to do, right? Make them do it.
What about Chop Parker thinks about this move?
How was your day today, Sports Doctor?
It's good. It's busy. How about you?
Not bad. Saracina.
It's been a busy few weeks.
We're going to get a foul on Saracina. She's very aggressively playing defense. I like the way Cassidy Saracina goes after it. Once they make the decision that they're going after it, she's all in. And Greg Parker likes it a lot, too.
Yeah, he's brimming over there.
And we're gonna
Dave
get
Shea will call timeout. You, speaking of basketball, on a quick side note, did you watch any, and I do mean any, means more than a minute and a half of the NBA All-Star game? Be honest with me.
I saw Jason Tatum shoot the ball from half court and win some skills competition?
That was Saturday. That was at the
That's
actual
the
game.
only thing I saw. I watched none of it.
It was Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, and I think I saw the over-under at like 309, and it was 180 to 170.
Yeah.
180 points. That's a record.
Juan Roman in the crowd watching his daughter, KD Spencer Roman, out there getting it done for the Whalers. There's Scarlotta and Chop. So right there is about, what?
12 state championships.
1,100 wins
yeah,
and 12 state championships.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I have no interest in
None.
any All-Star game other than baseballs.
I will tell you this. My problem, too, with the whole thing is that Kyrie Irving missed the last couple games for the Celtics. He's playing in the All-Star game.
There's
He can pack his bags and go home. too.
Whaler football coach Johnny Burns watching Jaden play for the Whalers.
Now, here we go. Timeout leads to the same strategy.
So they clearly discussed a lot there in the huddle.
Do you think Dave Shea would be happy losing this game 35-22?
No. I don't think he
Okay.
I don't think there's a value to the loss that matters to him. Although this does seem to be a battle of wills right here, does it not? And now they come out. Up top, Melendez.
Saracina's, I'm sorry, Casey, got to be careful. That's her fourth personal foul.
Yeah, she's the most aggressive defender up at the guard spot. And twice in a row now, she has gotten a handful of Melendez as New London has run right to the high post as soon as Bacon goes man. And here we go again. This time they jump out a little quicker. Inside high post, Pagan dumps down Melendez. Beautiful move, a little high-low action. Pagan to Melendez.
That's taking candy right there. It's too easy.
Well, I mean, as soon as Bacon goes into man, New
They're in
London's-
the high-low, yeah.
There comes Nudd all the way to the basket. Scores over Pagan. Kelly Nudd gets to the basket for the Bobcats.
Dave Shea says 5. Hopefully, which means man-to-man defense. Number 5.
Up top now, Pagan. Melendez wants the ball in the block.
She
She's
wants
got
it
a
over
mismatch.
the top.
Oh, backdoor cut. Pagan. Beautiful look down to Ty Pagan. And the Whalers can do anything they want when Bacon's in man. Just like that, back up to 15.
You see Craig Parker pull a basketball out during his runs? Put the game on ice?
Yes.
You have?
Yes. He would very often when he had great guards. And I'll tell you about that after this possession by Bacon.
That's Pagan's first basket of the night. Isn't that something?
Wow.
15-point lead and Pagan's first bucket.
Nudd knocks down a 3. She is on fire tonight. Bland Fitzpatrick spots up for 3. No good. Rebound tipped around, and La Saracina has it for the Bobcats.
Got a chance here to get this thing to double digits.
And we're going to get a foul on Pagan as she got there half a step late against Nudd. This is actually great coaching by Misto. In that you got the lead, you can do anything you want. And you know what? She's not falling victim to the pride thing. The crowd boos. And
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Right.
You come out and play man, and I can score at will.
At will, yeah.
That's a smart move. I think Bacon is going to try to hold for the last shot here. La Saracina, we're under 15 seconds remaining. On a cut, little floater in the lane is good from Bridget Anderson. That ball sat on the rim for about 10 seconds. Nice job by Nudd. 2.1 Whalers will have here at the end of the third period.
So with all this said and done, Bacon's only down by 10 points. Go figure that. They cut into that lead, even with the New London stall.
And Holly Misto will call a 30-second timeout. One of my favorite things back in the day of New London High School boys basketball is when they were often undersized, but they had good guard play.
Sure.
They would pull out their 3 guards. They would run a high weave and force teams to come get them.
Right.
As soon as you played man, they'd run a high weave, and they would back cut you and lay up city. They'd run 3 guards.
Back cut,
They'd wait till you got a miss. They'd wait till they had a mismatch, which inevitably they would get. These quick little guards, and whoever the mismatch was, and they'd score.
Doesn't she play for Waterford? She played for Waterford with a New London jersey on? All right.
I'm sensing there's something to that.
No, I'm just saying. She's got a New London jersey on.
She's rooting for the Whalers tonight.
Who was coaching the team back then? Was it Ralph or was it Chop?
Both.
Both of them. Both of them ran the same
guys.
kind
Oh,
of
sure.
sets.
Well, Chop was the JV coach under Ralph.
Yeah.
So the philosophy stayed the same, but they'd wait for a mismatch, they'd exploit the mismatch, and it used to drive teams crazy because they'd waste 2 minutes. Bland Fitzpatrick at the buzzer can't get it to go down, and we are at the end of 3. And we will be back in a minute for fourth quarter action. Join us on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I give you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
Newland High School cheerleaders here at Norwich Free Academy. The Whalers have a 10-point lead over the Bacon Bobcats as we head to fourth quarter action. Just to put a bow on the hold the ball. Trinity Catholic, the great Trinity Catholic team. Rochmel Jones, Earl Watson, who went on to Rutgers.
Yeah.
You got 2 Division I guards.
Yeah.
And New London had, they caught 4 guards and a soccer goalie.
Who was their best player on that team that year? Stallings?
What's that?
Dwayne Stallings?
Curtis and
Isaiah Curtis. Yeah.
Zeke went to Con, Dwayne went to Con.
Yeah.
But to watch that team, they would drive you crazy because they'd take minutes off the clock, wait for you to come out, mismatch you to death, run that weave, and they killed people.
Boy, Washington Jones is a good player too. Played at UConn, he's a good ball player.
I think he would tell you right now that
he'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, he'd like that one back. They figured it out sometime in the fourth quarter and was almost got home, but couldn't quite. Cutting to the basket is Nudd. She slips. The Whalers off the turnover will push with Burns. Burns, zip pass underneath the Pagan. She spins on Shea. Beautiful move, Ty Pagan.
Yeah, the drop step, and you talk about the fact that we just catch and go right at the rim.
Burns with the steal. Pagan, fall away. Can't get it to go. Melendez with a follow. The Whalers relentless on the glass.
The biggins up front, Pagan and Melendez. A big pressure here for New London 2, Casey. Bacon's lucky they didn't turn that ball over. They're cranking things up here to come out to start the fourth quarter.
And just like that, it's 14 again, in a blink of an eye.
Dangerous cross-court passes.
Anderson now will swing it over. La Saracena drives baseline on Pagan. And Pagan blocks, but there's Shea. Left-handed follow, no good. And the Whalers will run. Roman bumps, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Beautiful job by Nudd getting position and holding her ground. Charge, and that's Roman with the foul.
Full court pressure here by the Whalers, Casey, trying to put this thing away. A token pressure, they drop out of it.
Shea goes baseline on Melendez. Nice job of Melendez sealing her off. Now Nudd spins. I'll take that shot.
He got a clean look.
Bland Fitzpatrick off to the races. Left-handed layup is good.
A 6-0 run to start the second half. 10-16 in the blink of an eye.
Oh, the other way. High arcer on the rim. Can't go down for Anderson. Followed by Nudd is good, and the foul.
Boy, she's done everything she is possibly can to keep her team in this game tonight.
Kelly Nudd has, I don't want to say single-handedly, but she certainly put the Bobcats on her shoulders and kept Bacon around, as she has done a little bit of everything in this ballgame.
That is 15 points tonight for the senior. Loving the limelight.
And she's done it inside, outside, drives to the basket, and all the while defending ex-Melendez. Melendez calls for it, gets it in the block, spins. Fadeaway no good, but there's Pagan with a cleanup on the weak side rebound.
Boy, is that tough, huh? Little 1-2 punch on the weak side. Ty Pagan with the long arms cleaning up the mess.
Little weave here for the Bobcats. Nud looks for a screen. Good defense. Inside, stolen, Burns. Bounce pass, Roman. Left-handed finish is good, and the Whalers are off and running. And a timeout. Dave Shea, as he sees his Bobcats suddenly down 17 points. In the blink of an eye.
Yeah, 10-3 run. Come out of the chute, start the fourth quarter. You know, they're very, very tough when you got Pagan and Melendez, the transition game. It's all working right now.
I want to make sure I get, so Pagan, listen to these names, Nud, Megan Bauman,
Melendez,
and Roman all play AAU basketball with Juliana Bonilla. And that's why she is there supporting one of her teammates, but that's not a bad group right there.
That's coachable. You can coach that group of kids.
Bonilla, Pagan, Nud. So I got a front line of Melendez, Pagan, and Nud. And right next to her on the court, of course, was Sienna Chaponi, she of the infamous flip throw in soccer, one of the greatest things you're ever going to see. Of course, her parents, great athletes in their own right. Her mom, a basketball player at Mitchell College. Her father played a little bit of baseball back in his time. Oh, beautiful cut. Melendez finds Pagan, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. Whalers are really eating up this Bacon man.
Yeah, and Pagan's been active in the second half. Casey, she had 4 points in the first half. She's got 7 and counting in the second half. She's in double figures with 11. You can tell she's made an assertive effort, get the ball, score at the rim. These kids know what to do with the basketball.
I got to say, though, Holly did a great job holding the ball and making them play man, because the second Bacon went to man, it was like blood in the water. And New London couldn't wait. They've gotten more good looks against this man. They eat you up with that high-low, Melendez and Pagan. They're looking to drop it inside to Nud. She's posting up on Roman. Roman's doing a great job on her, though. I'll tell you, Spencer Roman plays great defense against all kinds of sizes and shapes. We've seen her do a little bit of everything. Wing three, no good. Melendez clears. Burns pushes now for the Whalers, down to 4.5 minutes and an 18-point lead. Pagan tries to find a cutting Roman. Melendez goes on the floor, and a timeout for Holly Misto. And there's a nice bit of sportsmanship right there between Melendez and Anderson.
This game is playing out similar to the first game these two teams played. I think it was 61-42. It was right around 19, 20 points. So it's kind of taking shape right now, up 18 with 4 and change to go.
So Bacon, good team, has to get probably the worst draw you could ever imagine in the state tournament. They draw Capital Prep.
Yeah.
I mean, Capital Prep has a 9-8 record. They're 9-8 like I'm 5'9", which means only through serious manipulation of the numbers.
They didn't play anybody from Connecticut again this year.
No.
All their teams they played were from New York. How is that possible?
Terrible.
How is that
draw
possible?
For Bacon Academy. I mean, we saw them Capital Prep earlier this year. We know that they are, playing teams from all over the country.
I guess so.
New London will inbound. Oh, they had an opportunity. Pagan couldn't handle it. They'll reset. Uzzle pulls up from just inside the three-point line and buries it. .20 Whaler lead.
You know, do you think going into a state tournament like New London does with the one loss is a lot less pressure than undefeated? Now, you're one of those guys that say no loss is a good loss.
No. I don't believe that it takes pressure off of you to have one loss. I don't believe there's more pressure
you don't have to
be
sit
undefeated.
there and hear about the chirping about the undefeated season and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
What does it matter? Once you get to the state tournament, you're playing for the same thing. Foul out on the wing as Shea will draw the foul against Melendez. I just don't see where that matters.
It's not a good loss.
Is there more pressure on you to go 17-0 than 16-1 once you're in the state
tournament? What if you're
tournament?
coaching the kids, okay, and you go into the state tournament, and you've run the gauntlet?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think there's extra pressure on the kids to deliver an undefeated season?
But
yeah, I know what you're.
No,
psychologically.
Once you psychological. You're a psychological profile. Once you enter the tournament, there's no. What do you think? There's more pressure?
No.
Do you think there was more pressure on the Patriots because they were undefeated going into that Super Bowl? Do you think there was more pressure than the typical Super Bowl?
No, it was probably more hype from the media.
I didn't ask that. Was there more pressure? Do you think Tom Brady felt more pressure because they were undefeated?
No.
Okay, thank you.
There's more hype from the media.
Well, then you answered another reason why it's ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much. Roman, quick spin. She'll draw the foul. She'll shoot too. I'll tell you, all three of the New London's front court people, as soon as they catch the basketball,
they don't mess around, do they?
Definitive. No,
they don't
absolutely.
mess around.
Very quick to the basket.
To score the basketball. Score.
And I think Cassidy LaSaracina has fouled out of the game.
Yep. 5 on 5.
And so Victoria Violet will get back into the ballgame. An unhappy group of Bobcat fans. I know the LaSaracina family is here tonight. Roman side iron, no good.
You know, we saw them this year against Norwalk. Big lead in that game, too, the Whalers did. They kind of salted that one away.
Well, they did have a good lead, and then Norwalk figured out to go zone.
Go zone, yeah.
And New London hadn't seen zone. And it's more than just going zone. Norwalk had the personnel to really make it a difficult zone.
They matched up well down low on the block.
Because that's the thing is a nice move by Nudd. Man, she is fantastic.
Pure.
What a fantastic scorer. You know, that's like I equate it to when Notre Dame of West Haven went box and one against Ostrowski. And we said, does this mean other teams are going to do that? Well, no. You still have to have the personnel.
Yeah.
You go 2-3 against New London and they kill you on the glass. And Norwalk was fabulous because of their size of keeping them off the glass. So they were able to do two things. Drive to the basket by Violet. She'll go to the line. So it's one thing to pack in the zone. It's a second thing to have the personnel who can rebound out of it, which is what Bacon has not been able to do.
No.
And then you have to be able to, so even if you pack in the zone, you got to be able to break New London's pressure, stop them in transition. It's a lot to ask.
You know, Bacon's only missed one free throw tonight, too. They've shot very well from the line. That's a lot to ask. Like you said, you've got, when you get guard play, with front court play, with role players, with, obviously the first half was all about Burns. She kind of carried the team. Second half, it's been all Pagan and Melendez.
Yeah, Bobcats have been excellent from the free throw line
Lights
tonight.
out.
Now they're going to put a little pressure. And there's going to get a strip and a steal. But Burns, so quick, she gets to the floor and ties it up. Missed opportunity for the Bobcats. They lulled Bland Fitzpatrick into a trap zone, but Burns bailed them out by getting to the floor.
So going over to the boys set now, Casey. Those quarterfinals are set. We can go over them, and next time we get a chance here.
I think now's as good a time as any.
Woodstock at East Lyme on Thursday. Ledyard at NFA. Killingly at Waterford, and New London at Fitch.
So there's the game of the quarterfinals. You still
Well,
like,
the Division 1, I'm sorry, the play-in game will be Bacon at Killingly, yes. That's the quarterfinals.
You still like that Fitch team?
Killingly won today. So Killingly at Waterford. Got it.
You still like that Fitch team? Tough matchup against New London in that opening round.
It wouldn't surprise me if they won.
Who?
All right, Fitch.
Or would it surprise you if New London won?
No, when New London beat them on a Noah James heave at the buzzer, I think the first time around. He had a big shot. No, I think it's going to be a good basketball game. How's that? And then obviously the 4-5 winner will take on Waterford.
Which is death.
Yes.
So who's the 2-3?
Woodstock at East Lyme.
And then
Ledyard at NFA.
So NFA East Lyme is your 2-3 game.
Yes.
If you get to the semis.
Yes.
That's a good semi. I thought every day that goes by, East Lyme gets more and more dangerous, and they just waxed Ledyard.
Yeah. Well, Mike tomorrow and I were talking about it because Ledyard scored 90 over the weekend, and then they would just score 46 the other night and lost by 30.
I mean, that's a good win for East Lyme right there because Ledyard's a little bit helter-skelter, but that's a good win. Luke Leonard, game day favorite, scored his 1,000th point. Yeah. So it's a 3,000-point backcourt.
That's pretty good. All right, so if you had to guess, without going on a limb here, Saturday afternoon.
Hold on.
Is that Chop?
Hold on. I feel you, my friend.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So if you had to guess who we see on Saturday afternoon, you would probably see NFA and East Lyme?
Yes.
And you would say Waterford and a toss-up?
Yeah.
Are you going to take New London?
I will take New London.
All right, I'll take Fitch.
But I'll tell you right now.
Now, Chop's going to really hate me now.
That would be a great.
It'd kill me.
That'd be a great semifinal matchup just because those are the four teams. Those are the four teams I think people want to see.
Yeah.
Where's Ledyard?
Here.
Where are they? What's
6-3. 3-6.
So
NFA's the 3.
So they'd have to beat NFA. They can win that game. We saw that game here. Ledyard can win that game.
They can't close it out. They listen, they lost by 9 and 10 respectively to the Wildcats. They couldn't close games out.
Yeah, they're not out of that one though. I'm not going to rule Ledyard out yet. I think NFA is a definitive favorite, but it would not surprise me if I saw that upset. Down under 2 minutes remaining here. Whalers trying to ice it with a 13-point lead and the basketball. Give Bacon credit for chipping away 7 points off that 20-point lead the Whalers had earlier.
So Montville beat Wyndham in the play-in game.
Oh, beautiful move by Pagan for 2.
So you got Montville at St. Bernard's, Plainfield at Lyman. Still waiting on the 7-10 winner, which is Wheeler at Putnam, and then Tortolata at Griswold. So Wheeler-Putnam winner will play Stonington.
Nud backs in on Pagan. She'll draw the foul and she'll shoot 2.
So you could see a Stonington-Griswold semifinal, and then a St. Bernard's Lyman Plainfield semifinal.
Well, with Jake Irons only feet away.
Yeah.
We got to say Plainfield.
Yeah.
Right? As a Plainfield.
Lyman's had a pretty decent year, though.
I think everybody's looking for a St. Bernard Stonington rematch. Yeah. Round 3.
Remember a couple years ago when Griswold was a party crasher?
Oh, yeah.
In the ECC, they knocked out Waterford. They knocked out Waterford in the quarterfinals. Mikey Bisetto was not allowed. His father wouldn't allow him to go to the semifinals that year.
That's right.
Told him to stay out of the gym.
That's right.
He lost that game. You can't go.
All right, that's pretty awesome.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. Oh, sending a message.
14-point Whaler lead here with a minute.
Did your father ever tell you to stay home? You can't go to the game today because of how poorly you played the game before?
No, my father oftentimes would tell me to stay home in anticipation of how poorly I was going to play in that game. Holly Misto just wants to talk out the last minute of the game. Of course, join us at the end of this for the Mr. G's post-game show, where we'll bring you final statistics.
Talk to Holly about that. The four corners offense. I got it. Stall?
Yes. Well, you should. You should talk to her about that.
Delay? Yeah. It worked. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it was great coaching. I think Dave Shea had a great game plan, and Holly countered that with a great game plan of her own to get them out of the zone into man, and that's when they got the 20-point lead. She got tired of letting him hang around.
An upside down attraction right there. Little inversion table.
I wonder if the game does the game look better, different that way?
Scoreboard's different? I don't know.
Yeah, she said the score is upside down 4 to. Well, at this point,
I couldn't walk for a week if I was upside down like that.
Just riding out the contest right now.
I am curious to see what a week from tonight's going to bring over to Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
What kind of crowd? What kind of energy?
Yeah. Oh, there's a dangerous pass. We're going to get a foul on Violette, but she was a step away from the steal.
And I don't think that there's – you wouldn't get an argument from anybody that says that Waterford is right now the class of the league. Number 5 in the state. They're playing very well.
They are, but I will say this. Based on the numbers that we saw from both the crowd and the views of the East Lyme-Waterford game, Part 2, which was without Dev, that game, if there's a third East Lyme-Waterford game, the rubber match, that will have a lot of attention to it. NFA will fill Mohegan with people. So I think, there's some matchups there for sure. And I know New London wants to play at the Sun. 3-ball, Shea, no good. Strong rebound, Burns. Got her pocket picked by Nudd. Baseline jumper. Kelly Nudd's done a little bet of everything.
You think if Chop Parker had a chance to play at the Mohegan Sun for the ECC tournament, he would actually give the tournament some credit?
No.
We're not. No, he would not.
No, they play for state champion.
Yeah,
he'll want to play at the Sun again, but for the real one. Inside, Melendez, left hand, no good. Ball on the floor, and it'll be Bacon Academy ball with just under 10 seconds remaining. Congratulations as the New London High School Whalers are seconds away, and Kelly Nudd comes off the floor for the Bacon Bobcats. The senior on her way to Mercy has done everything for the Bobcats as the seconds tick away. And there's your whistle. And congratulations, the New London High School Whalers are your ECC Division I champions for 2019. A happy Holly Misto and her group outlasted the Bacon Academy Bobcats 54-40. And with that, you are now watching the Mr. G's post-game show. Mr. G's, America's sports bar, New London's headquarters for over 20 years, down on William Street in New London. Uber Eats, now working with Mr. G's. Go on down, grab a pizza. Tell them the boys from Game Day sent you. Sports Doctor will be with Holly Misto and some happy New London Whalers. First, they're going to hand out awards, so we'll bring in Jake Irons, get a rundown of our final statistics as they announce the all-tournament team. First, Kelly Nudd from Bacon Academy. Jaden Burns from New London. Ty Pagan from New London High School. KD Spencer Roman from New London. And X Melendez has won the tournament MVP for the New London High School Whalers. Kelly Nudd and Burns, Pagan, Spencer Roman, and Melendez are your all-tournament team, and the Whalers are the champions. Jake, what'd you see in the second half?
Second half, we saw the opposite of what we saw in the first half. We saw Burns eliminated. She did not score a point, but it could have been due to the, Holly Misto said, slow down the offense. But the opposite of what we were saying at the half, Pagan turned it on. She had 11 points just in the second half alone. She made her first official basket in the second half and then did not stop. She had 4 baskets just down low grinding out down there. And it seemed like Shea flipped the wire of, all right, let's cover Burns now. But then that left the down low open.
Too many weapons from when they, Burns beat him in the first half. They went man in the second half. And no answer from Melendez and Pagan. Too much down there. And there's the New London High School Whalers getting some pictures taken. And as soon as they are done, the sports doctor will talk with Holly Misto and that group. What did Nud finish with for Bacon Academy?
Nud finished with 14 points.
And
I really thought she was a contender for player of the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she did just about everything.
I understand it's really weird to see the outstanding player of the game on the other team, but I still think all the way up to the wire, she really could have came out with it.
Sure, the difference between her and the rest of them, yeah, absolutely. She kept Bacon on the floor. Sports Doctor's got Holly Misto and a jubilant group of Whalers. Sports Doctor.
Well, we've got a happy bunch of Whalers here. ECC champs. Coach, you went into the fourth quarter up by 10. You decided to pull the ball out and make them play you. Why the adjustment?
Well, because, we do a little better man-to-man.
Right,
And,
yeah.
I want them to come out and play us man-to-man. And a lot of teams have been doing that to us lately. And I didn't do that against Norwalk. And, I thought we paid the price for that. And, we're tough when man-to-man. But they're a really good team. Bacon, you got to give them a lot of credit. They made it to the finals. Kelly Nudd, she's a terrific player. She was tough. We put Spencer on her there for a while. And, she drove her a little bit crazy. But, they're a good team. And but our kids stepped up today. This one, he had a great game today. Melendez played great the other day. So, it's a complete team effort. And we're just really happy right now because all the hard work is paying off right now.
Jaden Burns, the team needed a little spark in the first half. Big defense. You carried scoring early. Did something different out there for you in the first half, or just play your game?
It was more like me playing my game. When you're playing with great players out here, it's not hard to do that, actually. So it was a good time.
Yeah, it felt good. And when things opened up, finally, Melendez, Ty Pagan, your girls got a little bit of room to work out there. Things got a little easier. They had a hard time stopping you down low.
I would agree, yes. I'm sorry, that's not great. I'm saying we really came out. We did what we had to do.
Is this team at its best when you two are working in tune together and in sync?
Honestly, it's the five of us.
Right.
Whoever's on the court, everybody on the court, we all work well together. And when we do, it shows.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of work left to be done. There's something about the state tournament coming right around the corner. Coach, you've had success in this tournament before. How do you guide this team now moving forward? You're going to give me the one-game season at a time?
They're going to tell you that. Spencer, right? That's our mantra. One game at a time. They don't even know who we play.
Right.
They don't even know when we play. I haven't even told them yet. So, let them enjoy this game tonight. This goal that we set at the beginning of the season to be ECC champions in Division I. Let them enjoy it, and then we'll get back to work. They'll have tomorrow off, and we'll get back to work on Thursday. And it's one game at a time. They leave that to me, and they just show up and play.
Spence, Coach says, ECC championship, but I'm sure this group of ladies is pretty hungry for a state championship.
Definitely. This was, expected. You know what I'm saying? We expected to in this game. So states, we're coming in for heads, all right?
Yeah, a lot of seniors, Casey. Big win. This group of Whalers ready to roll. Congratulations, guys. Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. You are watching the Mr. G's postgame show. Congratulations to the Wyndham Whippets for their Division II ECC championship and the New London High School Whalers for their Division I ECC championship. The all-tournament players, once again, for New London, tournament player of the tournament player, Zari Melendez, Spencer Roman, Ty Pagan, Jaden Burns, all members of the all-tournament team. And for Bacon Academy, Miss Everything, Kelly Nudd. What an outstanding effort she had leading the Bobcats into this ball game. And New London will go into Double L ranked number 2.
And the person above them is Norwalk.
And Norwalk will be 1. So the two top teams in the state, Norwalk and New London, looking for a showdown in a rematch. And I think that everyone would agree that those two teams are the ones that we want to see at the Sun. I want to say thank you. I'm going to turn around here. Say thank you to Jake Irons for the ironclad statistics. I'm going to make that a thing. Like, you couldn't make free throws and foul shots a thing, but I'm going to make ironclad statistics a thing. So,
Jake was in my ear all night long. Tremendous. I mean, I finally get the scoring totals right. Tremendous work. Holly Mister will downplay it. But, you got some seniors over there. They want to bring this state championship back to New London.
Yeah, I think Spencer Roman was pretty clear. Like,
you
how do you say that? We have to win this.
Right.
But now comes the stuff that matters, right?
Yeah.
So that's really what it's all about for them is a state tournament. They're going to be the number 2
Right.
Norwalk's going to be the number 1.
Right.
And that's the game we want to see at the Sun.
Well, they had a taste of it 2 years ago when they won. Obviously last year knocked out the semis, quarters last year. So they just want to get back there and give themselves an opportunity to play for another state championship. And I think they can do it. Listen, it's tough to win a state championship. You can't hurt yourself. But I think Coach Misto probably learned something, from that loss earlier this year.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think that they're going to learn going into the tournament. The scouting book's going to be out on them.
Yes.
They're going to see a lot of zone.
Yep.
And I think you're going to see her do what she did tonight, which is pressure, try to get out to a lead, and then come get us in man. I think that's going to be a strategy she employs more often.
Boy, those guards are tough. Jaden Birds carried them in the first half. The bigs didn't do anything. They jumped some passing lanes, got some easy buckets. So, Ex-Melendez was right. When all 5 of us are clicking, we're a handful.
Yeah, I mean, they only played 6 people tonight.
Yes.
Deja Azul was their only sub. Olivia Yard got in the game very briefly.
Yes.
But I mean, that was really a 6-person rotation tonight. And, they give minutes to Pagan, Melendez, Roman in sequence to get them a little breather. But this is going to be a very, very good team.
Fun night tonight.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Saturday, partner. I'm going to keep an eye on things on Thursday and see how the semifinals and the matchups play. We both love this time of year. This is crunch time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll be the game on Thursday night. I know that. You'll be doing, watching the games. We'll be there all day Saturday. But this is what it's all about in this league right now. Championship weekend. Let's get to the Sun, but we're going to have a full afternoon of fun basketball on Saturday.
Yeah, join us Saturday for the semifinal action and the ECC boys. And then, of course, Tuesday night from the Sun, we'll have the championship games, and it's the best time of year.
You're big time. You're big time. You're going to be at the Mohegan Sun calling the game. I can't wait.
I was big time before I got my location. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, right.
You know why I'm big time? I'm big time.
You're in the London guy. You're in the house. Great stuff, Casey. Can't wait for this weekend.
All right, I want to thank Jake Irons for coming in. Ironclad Statistics. He's going to stay with us for the rest of the tournament. Peter Wappy, Mike Demoro, and
whole
the crew.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. For this guy right here, the sports doctor, I'm Casey O'Neill. Good night, everybody.